Freedom Fighters issue 10, Robert Venditti writing
Yeah.
with Eddie Bowers on art, and this is after a few issues off because you'd fell behind, but you've caught up.
Yep. So I'm gonna get us caught up here. So basically, it was looking dire for the Freedom Fighters. Human Bomb had gotten captured. He's being tortured by Adolf Hitler III. In the underground
I'm
bunker.
sorry, just the third.
Yeah, well, he is. He's Hitler's grandson, and so, but he's the one. I don't know if you remember. He's super sadistic. He loves to torture and whatnot. So they're gonna send Black Condor into Detroit, where he's from, where you see that they took a lot of the workers and a lot of the people of color, and basically turned them back into slaves to work in these factory cities. And Detroit's the largest, and you see his history. And that his parent or his dad helped him create his wings so he could get out. And so them sending him back to Detroit to see, what's become of it was probably a bad idea, but he's there to steal a vial of the Plastic Man, serum, so they could give it to Uncle Sam in order to defeat the Nazis once and for all. Of course, it doesn't go as planned. He ends up leading a revolution in there because he starts seeing how the people are being treated. He can't stay undercover. He ends up with the Plastic Man serum, and the only way to get it out is to inject it into himself. And because of all of that, the timing for Uncle Sam and Phantom Lady and Cachet to storm the Nazi compound completely gets thrown up into disarray. And then we find out that the hidden traitor that was teased about in the last issue I remember covering, it's Doll Woman, except they had captured her a while ago and replaced her with a Plastic Man. So that's as one of the things that ends up messing with Black Condor. So we get to this issue, and now the citizens of the United States start to remember America, what it was before the Nazis, and they start to lead their own uprisings in cities like Philadelphia and New York and all these big major cities, which makes Uncle Sam huge. Like, because his power is based off of belief and whatnot, he ends up being able to help Phantom Lady and them storm the compound. Black Condor shows back up, and it looks like everything's going well for the Freedom Fighters. And then it looks like Hitler II, the son of Hitler, who's the Fuhrer, he's gonna give up. He's like, oh no, there's no winning now. And his son's like, no, we have to let Overman out. And he's like, well, no, we can't do that. He's not fully healed from the last, and he's just a cyborg. So basically, what his son does, what Hitler Jr. kills his dad and ended up being made the Fuhrer, and decides to set out Cyborg Overman onto the Freedom Fighters as a last-ditch effort. Still a really solid book. Like, I only got behind because of, this week gets piled on with a bunch of releases.
Yeah, it was because I read the first 2 or 3 and I really liked it for what I read.
Yeah, and so this is 10 of 12. You can tell we're kind of in the home stretch now, but yeah, and Doll Woman. So basically, how they can't torture Human Bomb. You find this out in the last issue too, is that anytime they try to do something to him, he explodes. So it's really this joke's on them. So that's when they bring in Doll Woman, because they can hurt her in order to torture him and whatnot. And then as all it looks dire, she tells him, you're gonna have to fully explode. And he goes, well, we won't know what's gonna happen. She's like, yeah, but if it takes the Nazis out, then it's all worth it. And so that's seeding that dilemma. And then with Black Condor, since he has the Plastic Man serum, I guess Plastic Men only live, a couple of months once they're injected with it, because it's very unstable. So now he's basically a ticking time bomb before he, disintegrates into nothing. So of course they're upset over that. But yeah, man, it's a really solid book. I wouldn't mind, like, outside of this crisis, if we start getting more stuff like this set in this world. I would definitely love it. Like Earth 10 or Earth X, whatever you want to call it. It's a real fun world. It's a real fun world. And then the art by Eddie Barrows is still consistent. That's been consistent throughout. Let me double check it as Eddie Barrows. I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's.
Yeah, it's Eddie Barrows. It's very pulpy too. Like it really takes advantage of an Uncle Sam, a guy dressed as Uncle Sam punching Nazis. Like it feels right. And then when the action sequences happen, everything's very easy to follow, and it's very much in that same style throughout. But yeah, no, I'm glad I got caught up. I'm glad I took a couple, took like a half hour last week and went and tracked him down. So
I'm looking forward to reading maybe the whole thing once it's once it's done.
It's real good. But yeah, I'm gonna give this one an 8. It's another good, really good issue. It's been I keep saying consistent because it is. Venditti is outside of his Flash. I feel like he's very, very, very consistent when telling a story. And some people might see that as like there's not enough peaks and valleys to keep their interest, but it does enough for me.